Hello students, I hope you are taking care of yourself and your family. I, Pooja Kalange, Assistant Professor IISMR MCA, welcome to this video lecture series for the subject Data Warehousing and Data Mining. Today we'll be looking to the basic concepts of Chapter 1 that is based on data pre-processing and know your data. So let's get started. In today's lecture, we are going to study what are data objects and attribute types. Then we are going to see what are the basic statistical description of the data. Then we'll see what is measuring data similarity and dissimilarity. Now, first we'll see what are the different types of data sets which are available. A basic data set which is available is said to be record. A basic record which you have seen is a record of, you can say, as telephone dictionary, where you used to see the telephone numbers, the contact numbers, and the name associated with that number. So that is one example of, you can say, typical record, which is said to be a table based, a normal simple row column record. But after this, there came a record which was called to be as relational record, which I've already studied in your database chapters. So that was basically what it was of basically rows and columns. Columns were said to be attributes and rows were said to be as tuples. And whatever querying you used to do on these relational records was using the SQL language, that was the structured query language. Then the third type of record is a simple representation of data matrix. Now you have already studied in mathematics what is data matrix. So data matrix is also a numerical matrix, okay? It is also said to be cross tabs in case of Excel. Then the fourth type of record was said to be documented data, which used to cover the text documents. So that were nothing but the PDF files, text files, and the flat files. And the fifth type of record, which is said to be the transactional data, the day-to-day transactional data, the e-commerce, finance, and banking data. So these are the categories of record. That is the relational record. Then we have the numerical data matrix. Then we have the document data, and then we have the transaction data. Then comes the second type of data set, that is said to be the graph and network data set. A very typical example of graph you have already studied in your discrete mathematics subject. Graph is nothing but a simple representation of nodes and edges. Nodes represent the, you can say, the starting points, whereas edges is said to be the connection between the 2 points. Okay. So a best example of graph is your World Wide Web, because this is total network. Okay. So these your whatever World Wide Web, your HTML, your Google, these all are nothing but the terms which are related to the graph network. Most important example you can see of Facebook, you can see of Instagram. In Facebook you have your mutual friends, these mutual friends are again friends of some other friends. So this finally forms a graph structure. If you see a Facebook page, whenever you open a Facebook page, you will see a picture where it shows connection between the different people, right? So social or information or social media is one best example of the graph network. And next example is the molecular structures. Now we've already studied molecular structures in the chemistry and biology. They are also being connected by means of certain form of network. So this is the second type of data set, that is graph and network data set. Now the third type of data set is said to be ordered. Ordered means what? It follows certain sequence or it follows certain pattern. So video data is one example of sequential data. Next, the data which is related to time series or time-based data is said to be sequential data. Why? Because time is being following some sequence, right? After 1 o'clock, there will be 2 o'clock. After 2, it will be 3. It will not go reverse, right? It will be in a proper sequence. So such type of data is said to be the time series or the temporal data. Then we have the sequential data. Now the sequential data is nothing but it deals with the transaction sequences. Like if you consider any ATM transaction, you know that first you're going to put in the card, you're going to enter your PIN number, then you're going to enter the amount, and then you are going to withdraw the money. It's not the case that you can withdraw the money without entering PIN, right? So that type of data is said to be sequential data. Now what is genetic sequence data? Genetic sequence data is nothing but the sequence which is related to some genetic algorithm. So this is, more advanced part which we'll be covering in our further chapters. Okay. Now the fourth type of data set is nothing but the spatial, image, and multimedia data. Now why this is, one another category of database? Because these normally consume a larger amount of data space. So You typically need data structures like CLOB and VLOB, which I've already studied in your database management system, right? So that is said to be now spatial data. Spatial data is nothing but a GPS, GIS, or map-based data. Okay, so that data is termed to be the spatial data because it gives you the coordinates, the longitudinal and the longitudinal and the latitudinal values, right? So that is said to be the spatial data. Second part is the image data. Now you know images are made of pixels. Resolution. These are some basic terms. So if you have a high pixel or a high resolution based data, you need more storage size, right? So that is the image data. And last is the video data. Now video is nothing but combination of multiple images, right, based on some time frames. So such type of data is said to be the video data. So to revise you back with what we have studied now is we have studied the four types of data sets. First, we studied the record data set. Second, we studied the graph and network data set. Then we studied the order data set. And then we have studied the spatial, image, and multimedia data set. What is the concept of data, objects, and related things we'll be studying in our next lecture. Thank you.